Hey everyone, this is Bola Shokumbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance, and I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 10 reasons why you may not be able to save money if you find yourself struggling to save. To be able to save money and do it consistently, you have to take control of your finances. And once you're able to take control, you can determine what areas are causing you not to be able to save and make the changes accordingly if you're able to. That said, let's get into 10 reasons why you may be struggling to save money. Number one, you don't have a budget. By budgeting, you're essentially telling your money what to do and where to go. However, when you don't budget, when you don't have a plan for your income that you have coming in, money tends to slip through your fingers without you realizing. It's $1 here, $10 there, $50 there, and it somehow disappears without you really realizing where that money went until you reflect on it later. So it's really important that you create a budget so that you can tell your money what to do. And part of telling your money what to do is allocating some of the income you earn towards savings every single time you get paid. Number two, you have a lot of debt. You may have a lot of different debts that you're paying that you may find it difficult to save any money. But it's really important that you establish a budget and you build your debt repayment into your budget based on a debt repayment plan. And we'll put a link on how to create a debt repayment plan in the caption below, but it's really important that you get a handle on your debt by determining what they are, understanding what the interest rates are and what the debt is costing you, creating that debt repayment plan and building it into your budget so that you can get ahead of the debt and start to save some money. Number three, you don't earn enough money. If you don't earn enough money, it can be difficult to save. And when it comes to budgeting, you can only cut back so much because you still need to survive on a day-to-day basis, right? And so if you don't earn enough money, what can you do to increase your income? Can you find a better paying job? Can you find a part-time job? Can you sell things you have in your home, in your kitchen, in your closet, in your garage that you no longer need? Or can you start a side hustle? Now is the time to get creative to determine how you can increase your income so that you can start to save money. Number four, you're living beyond your means. You're spending more money than you have coming in, which means you're taking on debt and you are unable to save. So the first thing you want to do is go back and look at your bank and credit card statements over the last few months and do an assessment of how and where you have been spending your money and determine what areas you need to cut back immediately so that you can get back on track, and then set up your budget and build savings, dedicated savings into your budget. Number five, savings is not a priority for you. And this sounds really simple, like, savings is not a priority, but really, have you prioritized your savings? Is saving money something that you think about? Is saving money something that you have built into your budget? Do you have dedicated savings accounts? You want to prioritize saving money for yourself, and it's okay to start saving in small amounts. So build that line item into your budget and get clear on your savings goal so that you can make saving money for yourself a priority. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, I would love for you to hit the like button below, tell all your friends about Clever Girl Finance, subscribe to this channel, and follow us on Instagram at Clever Girl Finance. You can also tune into the Clever Girls Know podcast everywhere you listen to your podcast episodes, and stop by clevergirlfinance.com to check out our 30 plus completely free courses and worksheets to help you on your journey towards financial wellness. Okay, let's get back to the video. Number six, you don't have a savings goal. So I mentioned savings goals prior, but you really want to make sure you have savings goals. What do you want to save for? How much money do you need to save for that goal, and by when? Write down your goals, get clear on your goals, and build your goals into your budget so that you can start to save money towards them. Number seven, you don't have a dedicated emergency fund. So what happens when people start saving but they don't have emergency savings is that they start saving towards one goal, and then life happens and they have to take money from that goal and put it towards that emergency situation. And you want to avoid it. And so you want to set up a dedicated account where you put money aside for emergency or unplanned life expenses, and then have a separate savings account where you put money aside towards your goals. This way, if life happens, if an emergency happens, you can tap into that emergency savings savings and leave the other savings you have alone because you have separated them. In terms of priority, if you have no savings right now, you want to first focus on getting to your first $1,000 in emergency savings, and if possible, building that savings out to 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses, so housing, transportation, food, medicines, core utilities. And then once you have that emergency savings set, then you can start to put money aside towards your other goals. But the last thing you want to have happen is be planning or be saving towards other goals without emergency savings and then having to tap into those savings to cover the emergency situation. That just leads to you feeling disappointed and feeling like you can't get ahead because you did not have that dedicated emergency savings account. Number 8, you're paying for subscriptions that you don't use. So there are lots of really small subscriptions that we all pay for. I pay for Netflix, I pay for Apple Music, and I'm sure you have other subscriptions that you pay for in your life. And they seem like small amounts, but they actually can add up into a big deal, especially if you're not using those subscriptions. I know people who have subscriptions to every online streaming service, but they only watch one. So take an assessment of the subscriptions that you have and determine if there are any of those subscriptions that you need to cancel and direct that money towards your savings account. Number 9, you are an impulse shopper. So you have money sitting in your bank account, in your checking account, you have your credit card in your wallet, and you see something, you like it, and you buy it. If you recognize yourself as being an impulse shopper, you want to put buffers in that prevent you from spending the money you should be saving. So for example, as opposed to having the money sitting in your checking account, move it over to your dedicated savings account where you don't have any checks or debit cards, so that if you do see that thing that you did not plan to buy, you can't easily tap into your savings account to buy it. And number 10, you are not paying yourself first. And paying yourself basically means that each time you get paid, you first put money towards your savings and investment goals before you pay for anything else. And it could be 5%, 10% of your salary, but you want to have a dedicated amount of money that you pay yourself first with. A perfect example of paying yourself first in an automated way is when you are signed up for your employer-sponsored retirement savings account, where each time you get paid, the money automatically gets put into your retirement savings account. Another way you can set up a pay yourself first structure automatically is by automating your savings so that each time you get paid, a certain amount of money gets transferred into your savings account. It is so important to pay yourself first. That way you know that you have saved the money you want to save for that month towards your long-term goals before you do anything else. So do you find yourself struggling to save? And based on the 10 reasons I just mentioned, can you relate to any of them? Well, I'd love for you to take some time out to plan out how you can make adjustments to your finances and the way you approach saving money, whether it's finding ways to increase your income or cutting back, if you're living beyond your means. It's really important that you have a plan to save, an intentional plan to save. So share in the comments below what plans you are going to put in place or what actions you plan to take so that you can save more money. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and if you have, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, tell all your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance, follow us on Instagram at Clever Girl Finance, and stop by clevergirlfinance.com to check out our over 30 plus completely free courses to help you on your journey to financial wellness. I'll talk to you guys next time.